When you make it big in professional sports, it's easy to think the money will never run out. Millions in the bank, endorsement deals, fame, it all feels endless. But Charles Barkley learned the hard way that it's not what you earn, it's what you keep. Over his Hall of Fame career, Barkley made $40.6 million in NBA salary. Back then, that was superstar money, the kind that could set you and your family up for life. But even with all that wealth, Sir Charles found himself learning painful lessons about generosity, loyalty, and boundaries. See, when you're the one who makes it out, everyone around you sees you as the ticket. The cousin who needs a car. The friend who's just short on rent. The family member who wants to start a business. And Barkley, always the big-hearted guy, fell into the same trap that so many athletes do, trying to save everyone. In a recent conversation, Barkley shared a story that perfectly sums up how this all started. Back in 1996, Grant Hill's mother, Janet Hill, gave him advice that he would later realize was priceless. "The best advice I ever got, I didn't listen to," Barkley said. "She told me, do not start giving your family and friends money. It's going to ruin your relationships." At the time, Barkley brushed it off. He was young, rich, and confident that his success could help everyone he cared about. But Janet Hill wasn't done warning him. She added, "The first time you tell them no, they hate you." And sure enough, she was right. For years, Barkley tried to be the provider, the man who could fix everyone's problems. But the more he gave, the more people came knocking. There was always another request, another favor, another emergency. Eventually, he realized that no matter how much money you make, you can't take care of everyone, and trying to will only drain you emotionally and financially. Barkley later admitted, "It ain't because athletes are gambling and buying stuff that they go broke. When you get that money, you want to help your family and friends. The thing you don't realize is, they're not going to stop coming. And the first time you tell them no, it's over." That's the harsh reality of fame. The moment you stop saying yes, you find out who really cares about you and who just cares about what you can give. Now, to be fair, Barkley isn't completely innocent in how he lost money. He once admitted to losing more than $10 million gambling. That's right, $10 million gone to casinos, poker tables, and bad bets. But as he said many times, his biggest struggle wasn't greed, it was generosity. He simply couldn't say no to the people he loved. Fast forward to today, and Charles Barkley's story has a happy ending. He's no longer playing, but he's one of the most recognizable faces in basketball media. His deal with TNT's Inside the NBA reportedly pays him 9 figures, making him one of the highest-paid sports analysts ever. Barkley once said he'd never want to work past 60, clearly, the offer to keep doing what he loves, and getting paid hundreds of millions to do it, was too good to turn down. What's interesting about Barkley's journey is how honest he's been about his mistakes. He doesn't sugarcoat it. He admits where he went wrong and even laughs about it now. But behind the humor, there's a deep truth that every young athlete should hear. Money doesn't change who you are, it amplifies it. If you're kind, you'll want to help everyone. If you're reckless, you'll spend without thinking. And if you don't set boundaries early, you'll find out the hard way that not everyone in your circle has your best interests at heart. Charles Barkley learned that lesson too late to save millions, but just in time to save himself. Today, he's a voice of wisdom for the next generation of players. He's lived through the fame, the fortune, and the fallout. And now, he uses his platform to remind others that being rich isn't about how much money you make, it's about how much peace you keep.